Hi there, good evening everybody, and once again welcome back to the channel. In today's video I would like to show you how you can leverage Trino to query the new Amazon S3 table buckets, which is also called as manage Iceberg tables. So in this particular example I will show you a sample Iceberg script which will create a mock data and a table on Amazon S3 table buckets. We'll insert some data, we'll do some override, and then we'll leverage Trino to query that particular data. So all of that you can do it locally. So without wasting any further time, let's begin the lab. All right, so the first step is you need an Amazon S3 table buckets. I already have one on my personal AWS account. So if I probably go to table buckets, I'm in the US East one. You can click on create table bucket and give it a name and click on this orange button. I already have a table buckets and I do not have any manage Iceberg tables inside this. I will be creating one with the help of Iceberg. So let's take a look at the process. So in this particular script, you need to configure these variables. So the catalog name, I'm going to be using S3Table table buckets catalog. Database name, I'm just giving it a sample name. This is my table bucket and the table name. And in the main code over here, first we get the AWS account ID. After we get the account ID, we initialize the catalog. Then we create the particular table if the if the table does not exist. And then of course we do some append operation and the override operation over here. So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll copy the particular Python script and then Python 3, run the Python file over here. And here you can see the table was created successfully. And now it's inserting some mock data. As you can see, we have inserted some mock data into it. If we go to Amazon S3 table buckets, refresh, I see my sample customer table. The namespace is my blog namespace, and this is the ARN. Now, if you would like to query this with Trino, I have a very simple setup. Here you can see a Docker Compose file. I'm using a Trino latest Docker image over here, exposing port 8080. And then for the catalog section over here, you can see Trino etc catalog. And then here I have iceberg.properties. I will show you the configuration in a second. So let's take a look at the iceberg.property file. Here you can see. So on the top, we define the connector name to be Iceberg, as you can see. The catalog name will be REST. And here you can see probably iceberg.rest rest.catalog.uri. This would be https://glue your region. I'm working with US East 2, so your region goes here .amazonaws.com/iceberg. Okay. The iceberg.rest.catalog.warehouse. The warehouse usually starts with your AWS account the catalog name / your table buckets, right? The table bucket on my AWS account was this Iceberg block bucket, right? So that would go over here. And then just some standard default configuration. And the most important one is these three over here. Make sure to paste your AWS access, secret, and region over here. I will pause the video. I will put my access secret key, and then I'll show you the next step. So I pasted my access and secret key in the placeholder. And now let's take a look at the next step. So in the directory, you have a Docker Compose file, right? So what we will do is we'll start the container Docker compose up -- build -d. Usually, if you're running for the first time, it will pull the containers. And as you can see, now containers are up and running. So go ahead and spin up your Docker containers now. Now it's the last part where we need to query this. We can leverage Jupyter Notebook. Here I'm saying Trino //admin at localhost :8080 default, and I'm doing show catalog. Let's see what we see over here. I can see my Iceberg catalog, and now what I'll do is I'll say show tables from Iceberg that particular database name that we gave. So I'm gonna run the command. I should be seeing my sample customer table over here, and sure enough, we have that on the Amazon S3 table buckets as well. And now I should be able to run the query. So again, the catalog name .database name .table name, right? And if I issue the command on my Jupyter Notebook, and sure enough, I see that particular data. So now you can read data from Trino. You can read using Iceberg. You can read using Athena. You can read using Spark. So that's all I have for the demo. I hope you have enjoyed. And the steps, the code material, the code snippets, the settings, configuration is there on my GitHub. So go ahead, check that out. And if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. With that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, and I'll see you in the next video.